We do know that technology is cooperating, but yeah, we'll get started here in a couple of minutes, and we do see everybody logging in. Today's broadcast is going to be very interactive, so I'm going to ask everybody to really get involved today, using the chat feature, using the question feature. Natasha is with us live from Pennsylvania. She'll be monitoring the chat feature as well as the question feature. We're going to keep it interactive. We're going to keep it fun. And I want to hear, where's everybody from? Where are you logging in from? And let me know in the chat feature, question feature. Mark, Sharon, Cherie, great to see you all. Thank you so much for the comments. Great to see everybody. And I'm looking through the list of everybody who's on right now. Lori's on with us. Hello, Lori. And we have Maria is on. Julie, hey, Julie in Ohio, great to hear from you. I don't know if it's Catherine or Catherine, but hey, howdy from Central Texas. Music to my ears. How you doing down in Texas? Great to have you with us. We have Sharon logging in. She said, oh my gosh, Sharon, you just made me very happy with Sheboygan Falls, Wisconsin, bratwurst country. And yes, it is. And in fact, I'm going to tell you this right now. Sharon, did you know that, I don't know if anybody here is a Star Wars fan. I'm a huge Star Wars geek. But did you know that Chewbacca is from Wisconsin? Did you guys know this? Marlis is with us in Iowa as well. Gosh, Penny in Minnesota. We are representing here. But yeah, so, oh my gosh, Maria, we have Boca Raton, Florida. Thank you so much for joining. This is great. So Sharon, Chewbacca, you have a cat named Chewbacca. Unbelievable. So yeah, Chewbacca is from Wisconsin. He's actually from Milwaukee. I didn't know if you knew that. Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Chewbacca. So I'm sorry, we had to start out with a dad joke this morning, but Sharon, I hope you like that in bratwurst country. Actually, I just got a shipment of brats and knockwurst and things from, it's Black Forest Meats or something out of Wisconsin. I get it frozen and sent to me. Sharon, thanks so much. Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Okay, so friends, great to see everybody. Thanks for logging in. And we're just a minute past the hour, so I'm going to give it just another minute or so. Boy, I see Kate on with us. Hello, Kate. Again, Julie, gosh, everybody, the gang is here. This is awesome. I am recording this as well, and we're going to spend about 40 minutes today. So thank you again for joining us. Okay, let me go ahead and turn this off. So welcome to Azamara Mastermind series with Bob and Natasha, of course. I am going to keep things interactive today, so I'd kindly ask that you use the chat feature or the question feature, because Natasha and I are going to be monitoring things and we're going to keep it very interactive. This is going to be a lot of fun. Now, it's at the top of the hour. I did want to let you know, I know everybody is extremely busy, which is music to all of our ears, but we're going to keep it to about 40 minutes today, probably a little bit less, but you have now entered into an awesome opportunity with Azamara to learn more about one of the most crucial questions about Azamara, and that is how to effectively sell Azamara. I can't tell you how many people come to me and say, Bob, I love your product. And how can you not? I mean, really, I love your product, but how in the heck do I sell it? Who is the Azamara guest? Where do I source them? So that's what I am here to help you with. The Mastermind series, I set this up to not just be a brand update. We can do those at any time. In fact, I did one of those a couple of weeks ago. It's not a brand update. We're going to go beyond that. We're going to dive into how to sell Azamara like a pro. So very excited about this. And my name is Bob Miessler. I am your SBDM located in Chicago, where the skies are beautiful. Natasha asked me to mention how the weather is today. Always is a great topic. We had some scary winds come through the last couple of days, but it's absolutely gorgeous out. And again, I represent for Azamara the Upper Midwest. I've been with Azamara for 9 years. And we also have my friend and colleague and partner in good crime. I have Natasha on with us. Natasha, how are you? And if you could take yourself off of mute, that would be great. How you doing this morning?
I'm good. How are you guys? How's everybody doing?
I think everybody's great. They are interactive and ready to go.
Awesome. Well, I was asking about the weather because for some reason we had a little bit of a nasty shower happening with the winds and all the fun stuff right here in Pennsylvania, but luckily it stopped. So fingers crossed that it stays that way because I am ready for the real spring to begin.
Okay, so question for you. Are you an Eagles fan?
You see, I can't really say yes or no
Mm,
because my son is a Steelers fan. And if I say
okay,
yes, I might get in trouble with him, but my daughter is an Eagles fan. Mind you,
okay.
they're in kindergarten and in third grade, so this is not a big deal, but I have to say I'm more of a Steelers girl.
Okay, and that is fine as well. So it's all good. We love our football out here. I'm a Packer fan. Everybody knows that. Living in Bear country. Sorry to any Bear fans here, but we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started with this. And Natasha, thanks so much for hopping on and being part of this today. You are a rock star, and Natasha is here to help you with anything, everybody. Um, and again, my right hand person located in Pennsylvania. So Natasha, thanks for joining us. I want you to remember this picture. We're going to jump in right away. First of all, though, before I start talking about this picture, I'd like to hear from you. On a scale from fist to 5, now, the fist only works if we're in person and you're showing me physically, but on a scale from 1 to 5, let's say, what is your current knowledge level when it comes to Azamara? How comfortable are you articulating the brand to your clients? 5 is you are an expert. You know everything there is to know about Azamara. 1 is you're brand new to the brand. Kathy, good morning. I see your post here. I don't think anybody really cared for my Milwaukee Chewbacca joke. No comments. Interesting. Maybe I need to spruce up my joke game. I see a lot of 4s coming in, some 3s. I see some 2s. We see some people who are brand new. Thank you for your engagement. Xanthi, oh my gosh, Xanthi, my friend up in Minnesota. How are you, Xanthi? Great to have you on. Hope things are great up there, but this is a great overview. So we have some Azamara experts here, and we also have some folks who are new to brand. But I want you to take note of this photo. So I took this photo about a month and a half ago in Malaga, Spain. Beautiful shot of Azamara Pursuit. And I want you to remember this photo because this speaks to our docking locations. This is a pillar of strength. So here's the ship, our small 690 passenger ship. If you like were to walk just to my left or look over my left shoulder, it is like the city center of Malaga, Spain. This is what docking, like size matters. This is what docking in proximity to city center means to your clients. It means that they don't have to go too far or sit on motor coaches to get to city center. It's right off the ship in most cases. So I want you to remember this photo because you step off the ship, you're right in the heart of Malaga. Always Azamara. We were there for you in the past. Azamara is here for you right now. Natasha's here for you. I'm here for you. The entire Azamara team is here for you. And we're going to be there in the future for you as well. It's always Azamara. We're going to be sharing some great things today at a very high level, higher level than not just a brand update, talking about how to sell Azamara like a pro. So this is a little bit of our agenda for the Mastermind series today. We're going to talk about some key differentiators, kind of who we are as a brand and why Azamara. We'll talk about the Azamara guest and where to source them, where to find them. And then I have lots of tips for you. My tips after 9 years of being here and evolving my talk track, because now I know what makes people tick when it comes to Azamara. So that's what I want to share with you, but not only my comments, but suggestions from travel advisors who sell Azamara on a consistent basis. And again, I like to keep things interactive. Natasha is monitoring the chat. So if you have any questions, if you have any comments, we'd love to hear from you. We are going to keep this fun today. We're going to do a couple of role-playing sessions. I know it sounds weird, but trust me, these are cool. We're going to do that at the end. It's going to be very helpful. I have an incentive in place for you. We have some next steps and some suggestions, and then we're going to give away an Azamara swag bag later too. So that's fun. And in the spirit of horse racing season, and we were, if you know Mast, or if you're part of Mast, we were just at the Mast conference, Katie Gerhardt and I, for the Mast conference in Louisville right before the Derby, had a great day at Churchill Downs. So we're kind of in that Triple Crown stage right now, and I need you to be in it to win it. I'm in it to win it. I know you're in it to win it. And Natasha and I can help you get there with these tools to help you answer that question of how do I sell Azamara? So of course we had, who was it? We had Mystic Dan in the Derby, long shot upset. We had, and one of the craziest photo finishes ever. We had, who did we have last week in the Preakness? We had Seize the Gray, which was amazing, kind of going away. My horse has always been Catching Freedom. And he's a closer. He's always been there, but I love closers. I love the exciting finishes. And then what do we have in store for us coming up? That's the question, but you need to be in it to win it. Why Azamara? What makes us different? Great shot of the ship here in Oslo as well. How do we differentiate from other brands out there? I want you to remember some key pillars of strength, especially 3 things that I know sets us apart. Before I get to those points, I want you to take a look at this ship. This is Azamara Quest. We have 4 ships. Quest is one of them. We have Journey, we have Pursuit, and Onward. They're all identical. Only 690 guests, 2 sets of elevators. You can be anywhere on the ship in 5 minutes. Our guests are fiercely loyal to us because of our pillars of strength. Now, we have more than 3, but we have 3 really resounding ones that really resonate with our guests and your clients. It's a small ship experience. We get to the ports the big ships can't get to, and we're going to talk about that today. We stay in port longer and we overnight more. We're going to talk about that in great detail because it's very important that we grasp this and we own it. We're going to talk about that today. And also we have our Azamazing cultural events, our Azamara cultural events that we are known for, including, of course, Azamazing evenings. Love these. And for anybody on, if anybody has been on one of our Azamazing evenings, shoot it into the chat or shoot it into the question and let us know, because I'd like to pass on to everybody what you've done with us if you've done an Azamazing evening on Azamara. Put it into the chat or the question feature. Would love to share that with everybody. But of course, it doesn't stop there. In addition to those 3 country-intensive voyages, world-class crew, that's our heart and soul, great inclusions, and we have a wonderful culinary experience as well. And it looks like we're getting some, I'm seeing Ephesus, I'm seeing Livorno. Livorno is a great one, in fact. Barcelona, of course, yes. So this is what we're known for, and very exciting. So let's go ahead and first of all talk about the value proposition on Azamara. Always included, you have your variety of dining options from casual to elegant. I know my way around a table, and I can assure you that you are going to love the culinary offerings on Azamara from casual to elegant. Absolutely fantastic. And in fact, on my seminars at sea that I do each year, my guests always say, you know, Bob, I've done a lot of cruises, but I can say you have the best cuisine at sea. And I'm proud of that because that's a big reason why people travel. Always included your drinks, your spirits, beers, wines, coffees, teas, bottled water all day long, not just at mealtime. Tips and gratuities always included. So what does that mean to your client? That means you're not always fumbling for the key card. Every time you get a Coke, every time you get a gin and tonic, every time you need a tip or whatever, you're not fumbling for the key card. It's easy. The hassle is gone. Unique cultural events like Oz Amazing Evenings, self-service laundry if needed, etc. And on Azamara, why our guests are so fiercely loyal to us with that really high repeat factor is because there's no hassle, there's no crowds. Even at max capacity, 690 passengers, guests, you don't feel crowded. You don't have the queues, you don't have the lines. You feel ownership of the ship, but you also feel ownership of the destination. This is something that sets us apart, and I talked about this earlier. We're going to go into detail today talking about the emotional level or the emotional kind of meaning behind certain things like longer stays. What does that mean on an emotional basis? But I have to share with you, first of all, the big secret that's really not a secret. You, me, Natasha, my colleagues, your friends, your family, the postal worker, the barber, etc. They all want to stay. We all want to stay longer in port when we travel. We all do. Everybody wants to spend every waking moment in port. You do, I do, everybody does. It's not a secret, but we just don't talk about it. It's not the first thing we talk about. So we're going to talk about today what that means. Everybody wants to spend more time in port. They're just not telling you that right up front. So we need to talk to them, talk to the guests, talk to your clients about it. Remind them that we all want to spend longer in port. And what does that mean on an emotional basis, right? So we're going to talk about that today. But Azamara with these small ships give you the opportunity to spend longer stay in port, stay the night, unwind, and relax. And again, we're going to talk more about this today. I want you to remember something, and I need you to own this. Okay, I own it. I need you all to own this and be proud of this and sell Azamara with confidence. We just established or tried to establish everybody wants to stay longer in port. You want more time in port. That's why we're traveling. But I want you to remember something. Azamara are the pioneers of destination immersion. We coined the phrase. We have been staying longer in port before everybody just recently started talking about it. And in fact, unfortunately, using our phrase of destination immersion. We own this space with people who want to spend longer time in port, which is pretty much everybody. So if you take a look at this, 45% of our stays on Azamara are going to be either a late night stay or an overnight stay. We're going to talk about what that means today and what that means to you and what that means to your clients. This is huge. I'm going to take a quick look at the chat feature here. Janice, thank you so much. Greece and Turkey, Oz Amazing Evening in Ephesus, concert at the Ancient Roman Theater. Yes, Janice, pretty awesome stuff. We're going to be talking about that today. But I want you to remember every time you hear, oh, we stay longer in port. We own this. We started this. We're the pioneers of this. That means we're the best at this. And you can tell by this, we're giving guests, cruisers, what they want. But we need to tell them about it. And we're going to talk about how to do that today. Now, we talked about as a pillar of strength as well, with these small ships, getting your guests closer to city center. So what does that mean? Well, that means we don't want your guests sitting on motor coaches, spending their time to get to city center on a motor coach. So if you take a look here, you see a beautiful shot of Marseille in the upper left. You see Monte Carlo. You see, I love Trapani down in Sicily. Getting your guests closer to the heart of the action. I have a very quick story that I'm going to tell you about this. 2 years ago, my seminar at sea was in Norway. We went to a small town I had never heard of called Arendal. And we pull into this port, and we were, even though we're a tiny ship, we're like way over, you know, the little town in the harbor was shadowed by our ship. And great shopping, restaurants on a tiny little Norwegian harbor, and a great place to spend the afternoon and the evening as well. We pull up, and we were told by our captain, other ships really don't go to Arendelle, but we do because of the size of our ships. And do you know that when our guests got off the ship to go enjoy the town had arranged for the young school kids to come out and sing songs to greet our guests from Disney's Frozen. And our guests love that. That is unique to Azamara. It's ungoogleable. You can't find this anywhere else. And that is special about getting closer to city center. One of my favorite examples of this is Bordeaux, France. So where the big ships are up in La Rochelle, up the A10, we go right down the Gironde estuary, the river. We stay in the heart of Bordeaux city center, boom, smack dab right on the river. And we overnight there as well. So your clients have more time to get off the ship, have a leisurely glass of wine at a little bistro or boulangerie or something, and go out to Saint-Emilion and to go to the vineyards and to experience the area and to feel ownership of the destination. The other folks are up in La Rochelle 2 hours away on a motor coach. That's 4 hours round trip on a motor coach. But because of the unique size of Azamara, we are city center Bordeaux. This means a lot to your clients. Now, I took these photos last year in France, in Bordeaux, showing Saint-Emilion, showing the wineries, and we never had to look at our watches. Well, who looks at a watch anymore? Let's face it, we look at our phone, right? We never had to worry about time because we were overnighting. So that's a big differentiator. We're relaxing, we're taking our time, and this is why we travel, right? How about Sevilla in Spain? We go right up the Guadalquivir River, tight fit, but we do it, and we get to the heart of Sevilla, giving your clients sometimes 2 nights in Sevilla to be able to enjoy southern Spain in this wonderful city and wonderful region. This speaks volumes because, again, it's about an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes, depending on traffic, down to Cadiz, which is another great town, by the way. But you're sitting on a motor coach. You don't want your guests sitting on a motor coach. Sharon, great question. Have I planned my 2025 seminar at sea yet? No, but I should be finding out by the end of the summer. I will put you on my list. If anybody else is interested, please shoot me a chat or use the question feature, and I'll make sure you get onto my list. We need to get you on board. Once you go, you know. But you know, we don't want your guests staying on motor coaches. You don't want your guests on motor coaches as well. And look at the chat blow up now. So many Azamara folks wanting to go with us. This is great. We're going to get you on board. So again, I'm going to go back to this picture that I took in Malaga, closer to city center, closer to the market in Malaga, closer to shopping, closer to little cafes, closer to museum, closer to cathedrals. Not sitting on motor coaches. How to sell Azamara. This is great because we are right now about halfway done with the presentation. So we're going to go ahead and quickly talk about how to sell Azamara. And again, I am recording this so that everybody can listen to this later if needed. How to sell Azamara. You are the value interpreter. I firmly believe this. You are the value interpreter because you're given a budget by your client, say, hey, make the most out of it. I want the best this. And with that money, you plan the best vacation possible. You're interpreting the value of the hotels, of the cruise lines, of the airlines, of the trains, etc., to get the most bang for your buck. But I want you to remember something. Value doesn't always mean money. Now, of course, it means about money, that value, benefits, getting the most bang for your buck, onboard credit, whatever, but time is value as well. Think about giving your clients the value of time. Time in port to be able to relax, unwind, and slow down in destination, knowing that they want to spend more time in port. They're just not telling you that. So remember, time means value. That's part of the value proposition. I'm going to make this very easy because I don't like wordy slides. I've never have. But I'm going to make this really easy. Who is the Azamara guest? Where do you source them? On average, they're 55 plus. They're curious about culture. They're experiential traveler. They demand to be off the ship every waking second. If they're going to Sorrento, if they're going to Amalfi, if they're going to Barcelona, they want to spend every moment in port. Your clients do too, not only our guests. They want to spend every moment in port. They're experiential travelers. They've been there, they've done that. They're also more casual. They don't really necessarily want to wear ties or sport coats or ball gowns. They want to pack lighter. They want to be more casual, and that's what we offer, a non-pretentious upmarket experience on Azamara. They want to go to places, you know, it used to be with luxury travel, it used to be, people used to bring chests and things of all their clothes and pearls. It's not about that anymore. It's about the places. And we can thank Food Network and History Channel, Travel Channel for bringing us that, right? Where to source them? I'm just going to tell you right now, river cruisers love us because we're an ocean cruiser, an ocean cruise line. But sometimes with rivers, you run out of rivers and you want to go to Greece. What a great opportunity to tell your clients who love those awesome brands that do river, hey, I want to tell you about Azamara. Think about cruisers with other upmarket products or cruisers who stay in suites. Think of high-end land. We're starting to see those people, you know, the people, right, that say, I will never cruise. It's kind of like me and my wife when we got married. We will never own a minivan, ever, ever, ever. And then what happens a year later? We have a minivan. The land travelers, we're starting to see this evolution where the land travelers are saying, you know what? I think we're ready, but we want to start small. We don't want to start big. It's a great opportunity to tell them about us. Think of Greece. You wake up every morning, you open the drapes, you're in a new port. There's that bright blue sky, the blue caldera in Santorini, the whitewashed buildings. Day one, you're in Rhodes, and then Santorini, and then Patmos, and then Crete, Mykonos. Your clients deserve this. They love it. That's why we travel. Why do we travel? Mundane question, but a huge obvious answer. We travel because of destination. Ask your clients about how important time in port is to them. This is my bucket list, by the way, Japan. And when I go to Japan, I want to spend every waking moment in every port that we visit. And we do an amazing Japan, by the way. But this is my bucket list. I'm going because of the destination and the culture. So ask the question, very mundane question, but travel advisors who sell Azamara on a consistent basis agree with this. Ask the question, if somebody comes in and says, hey, I'm looking for a small ship in the Mediterranean, perfect opportunity to ask the question. Hey, how important are the ports to you? Do you want to spend longer in port? They're going to look at you and go, well, yeah, that's why I'm traveling halfway around the world. I want to see the night market in Singapore. I want to have tapas on Las Ramblas in Barcelona. I want to go to Temple Bar District in Dublin to a pub. They're going to say yes, emphatically. You just got buy-in. They want it. They told you they want it. Now it's time to introduce them to Azamara. Let me tell you about this amazing cruise line with these small ships with people that are fiercely loyal to them, but you may not know who they are. But they give you longer time in port. They're going to love hearing this. Oh, yeah. My guy, Bob Ross. Love Bob Ross because you know what Bob does? Bob paints the Azamara picture very well. He paints the picture of Azamara. He tells the story. Stories create emotion. Emotion drives, feelings of excitement, of travel, of fun to be had. So Bob paints If he were a travel advisor, he'd be painting the Azamara picture with happy little trees. When describing Azamara to your clients, show them the itineraries, show them the departure line, where I'm going to show you this in a second. Show them the nights that they're overnighting, but most importantly, describe to them what that means on an emotional basis. Because it's one thing to say, hey, we stay longer in port. What does that really mean, though? Describe what it means to them emotionally. More time in port, more time to explore. I don't like regret. YOLO, right? You only live once. So who wants to rush into Amalfi or somewhere like that, have to rush to get back onto the ship and get back onto the ship and go, oh my gosh, I wish I would have done that. I wish I would have done this. We give you more time in port so you have less regret moments, right? Or no regret moments. And then you're treated like a rock star on board. More time to take short excursions without feeling rushed. More time to shop for your loved ones and mean it. What does that mean? How many times do we go into a little shop because we look at our phone and it's whatever time and we have to rush to get back on the ship? And we don't want to be those people doing the run of shame, right? We've seen them on TikTok, to get back onto the ship. You can shop for your friends and loved ones and bring back the perfect gift for them, and because you're taking your time. But how many times do we rush into a touristy little shop and grab like a magnet that goes on their fridge? Well, you could have had more time to shop, and you mean it. No more rushing. Enjoy that leisurely lunch in Positano, Amalfi, wherever you're going. And you have more time because you're overnighting to visit world-class cities like London, Paris, Florence, etc. Speak about emotion. Sell by itinerary as well. Look at this Greece voyage, September 7, 2025. And what I would do is I would look at the far right column and say, okay, Mr. and Mrs. Jones, you're going to be in Santorini until 8:30 at night. Okay, use the chat function. Who has been to Santorini? Let me know if you've been to Santorini. Maria, this is awesome. Oh, Natasha's getting back to everybody. Thank you so much, Natasha. You are a rock star. Who's been to Santorini? Janice has, a couple of you other, all chiming in. Awesome. You know that there's only a couple ways to get back down to the ship in the caldera. Number one is take a donkey or a mule. Number two is take the cable car. Number three is you have a shore excursion with a bus. That cable car becomes a nightmare at about 3 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, because everybody and their brother is fighting to get back down to the caldera to get on their ship. I go to Santorini. I go to a little taverna at 5 o'clock at night to see a Santorini sunset. I order an ice cold Mythos beer with this view that you see on the right overlooking the caldera. I watch the other cruise lines leaving at 5 o'clock. Our guests, I would point this out and say, 8:30, you're not going to have the rush to the cable car, to the vernacular. 8:30 at night, you get to see the Santorini sunset. You're going to be in Rhodes until 10, in Ephesus until 10. Paint the picture like Bob would. Okay, here's this great, this is Lisbon up to London or Southampton. I would show them the overnight in Bordeaux and show them the 10 p.m. stay in Saint-Malo and 10 p.m. stay in Cherbourg. Why are Saint-Malo and Cherbourg crucial on a voyage like this? Why do we stay late? Because our guests want to spend time at the D-Day beaches, and they want to spend time at the Mont Saint-Michel, pictured here. This gives them time to do that. And of course, talk about our Oz Amazing Evenings. This is that third pillar of strength. These unique cultural events that are completely private, completely Azamara, completely awesome and ungoogleable. You can't Google these, you can't find them. They're unique to Azamara. Tell them about this. This is complimentary, by the way. Great shot of Tito Square here in Koper, Slovenia. Tell them about our white night parties on board. Live music once per voyage. We're out on the pool deck, dancing the night away. Live music, awesome, great dinner, and of course the cocktails are flowing. Here's some ideas for you, because we're almost done. We've only got about 10 more minutes or so. So I want to leave you kind of with some more ideas. Now, These come from travel advisors who sell us on a consistent basis. I love these ideas. Destination guide mailings, I'm going to tell you about that shortly. Social media campaigns, updates, do virtual cruise nights. Contact me, say, hey, Bob, let's do a virtual cruise night. Direct to consumer, we don't worry about quantity, we worry about quality. I don't care if it's one couple, let's do it. The more the merrier though, but quality, right? Creative emails, dream destination folders, local cruise nights, creating the Azamara annuity. It's an annuity for you. Once they go, they know they'll sail with us again and again and again. It's the Azamara annuity. But I do want to talk about destination guide mailings. My suggestion is going old school. Order and receive Azamara destination guides. I'll be sending you all a link. Start with 5 to 10 clients you think would be great for us. Hand write their address on a big manila envelope, dog ear some pages, use sticky notes, put in a letter from yourself saying, hey, I think you would love this. Stick it all in that manila envelope, mail it off. If you need some help with postage, let me know. And then follow up with them within 2 weeks. How did you like that destination guide? Did you have any questions about that Greece voyage that I highlighted for you? Mail it to them. Go direct and go old school. If you handwrite their address on the envelope, they're more apt to open it. So I'm going to do a quick role-playing session. We're a little bit over because we just have so much to talk about. But remember, I am recording this. Now, I want you to use, if you could, oh, this is awesome. Yes, Santorini, everybody is chiming in. Now, doing this in person is easier. But I'm going to give you a scenario. What I'd like you to do is post into the chat or the question feature what you would do in this instance. And again, in person is a lot easier than doing it like this, but we can still be interactive. John and Elaine Smith are loyal clients of yours. And if you've done these before, these Mastermind series, you're seeing the same questions, a little tweaked, but the same things. They're looking for a small ship because they're discussing their next vacations. They've heard really good things about small ships, but they're not really into cruising, but they've heard small ships might work. They've done river, they love river. Where would you start with them? So I want to get you thinking about somebody comes to you, they're loyal to you, and they've never really cruised, they're not really into it, but they're looking for small ships because they heard through the grapevine they're great. They've done some river, they love river. Where would you start with them? Don't be shy, put it into the question feature or the chat feature. Like, what would you do with them? So, okay, I'm seeing a couple of different scenarios and everybody pretty much, yes, everybody pretty much has the same kind of idea. You start by asking about ports. We talked about this. Are the ports important to you? Blah, blah, blah. So, and let's see here. Let's see the recent one. Janice just knocked it out of the park as well. Is time in port important to you? She asks. And that's where it all starts. Gold star for Janice and a couple others here. So basically, yeah, start with that question. How important are the ports to you? And then it's going to evolve naturally because they're loyal to you, number one. You have their buy-in, number two, that they're interested in time in port. You know they've done river, so ports are important to them, entertainment, dining, etc. Great place to start. I only have one more, and then we're going to kind of finish things up. The Harris family wants to do a cruise. They've got kids. They've sailed on Royal, like Holland America. The kids aren't really into teen zones, but everything is on the table right now. They want to go to Ireland. They want to go to Cancun, France, Alaska, anything. How do you paint the Azamara picture with people with older children? They've done cruising, but more on mass market. The kids aren't really into teen zones. What does that kind of tell you? Hint, hint. And they could go anywhere. Everybody is talking about ports. Thank you, everybody. Christine, great comment about ports as well, time and availability, etc. And talking about the different ports of call and what's important to them in those ports of call. Here's a comment about Ireland. Great comment. it's a good starting point for a lot of travelers, especially families, because they speak the same language, and it's a great overview of a very beautiful area with very beautiful people. Kathy says more relaxed and not rushed. Love this stuff. So great job on that, and we'll do more of those in the future. Now, I've got some challenges for you. Now, I want you to do that destination guide thing. After we get done, I'm going to send you a bunch of links, helpful links, current offers, destination guide order form, all of this good stuff. I challenge you. And for the folks who were on last time, I'd like to ask you, did you do this? Within the next couple of days, ask the question, how important is port to you? How important is time in port? See if it works. It will, but see if it works. Start with, hey, how important are the ports to you? Email me. I love your feedback. Let me know what you think. Post on social media. I love social media. And when you friend me on Azamara Bob Miessler, here's the sampling of what I do every week. Steal my material. I don't mind. I want you to. I put up sample voyages. Penny does a great job with this. I know Penny's on right now of putting this onto her website, but I'll do different things that you can share with your clients or share on your pages. Let me do the work for you. That's what I'm here for. I have an incentive for you today as well. $50 bonus commission for any 2024 voyages. Has to be 24, and it must be deposited, made by the end of June. But you must email me the booking numbers for me to enter your bonus commission as a thank you. $50 bonus commission, any deposited Azamara 2024 booking, FIT only, not combinable with groups. I want to help you. I want to reward you. And you have until June 30th. It's not good for past bookings, only from today until the 30th. And you must email me. I have to get your email to enter the bonus commission. We have the theme of horse racing right now as we head to the Belmont. So that Derby was nerve-wracking. I don't like photo finishes. They might be exciting, but my gosh, forget photo finishes, everybody. I want to win by a country mile. And you and I are going to do that together. We're going to win. We're going to do this together. I am your resource. Don't think of me as a rep. Rep's just a word. I'm a resource for you. I'm your business partner. Let's work together. I'll give you the tools. Let's win by a country mile by going away. Let's not worry about photo finishes right now. Always Azamara. We were there for you in the past. We're here right now. We're going to be there for you in the future. I'd like to do a swag bag giveaway, and then we're going to wrap it up. Natasha, are you ready for this? We're going to have some fun. Sharon, thank you so much. Joshua, great question about Grand Prix. Yes, yes, yes. Shoot me an email, Joshua, if you could. We've got it's a May 22nd voyage. 5 nights, awesome voyage. Maria, thank you so much, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, I want you to win a swag bag. So here's how I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna give you a question. You have to use the chat or the question feature to immediately, quickly as possible, put in the answer to my question. The first person that gets it correct is gonna win a swag bag. So Natasha, are we ready to take a look at the entries? I'm going to ask the question. I think we're good to go, Natasha. Here we go. Ready?
Ready.
Ready, Freddie. Okay, here we go. At the beginning of today's webinar, I mentioned 3 specific pillars or items that we consider our true pillars of strength. What are they? You have to get all 3. Okay, put it into the chat feature. Catherine, so thanks for your comments. This is great. Put it into the chat feature. The 3 pillars of strength from the beginning. What are the top 3 things that we are known for? I'm seeing some great answers coming in. Go ahead, use that chat feature. Look at this. This is awesome. Okay, great. Small ship, import longer city. Oh my gosh, you all are right there. You all are right there. You're missing just one Most of you are missing just one thing. But you know what? You're still doing so good because, gosh, look at this. Janice, Penny, Kathy, Marlis, okay, Margaret, Catherine as well. And you know what? We're going to go ahead, and our first winner is Janice. Janice, you are the winner of today's contest. Thanks to everybody. Jenny, thank you so much for speaking up. Mark, Marlis, everybody. But Janice, you have won a swag bag. I'm going to have you email me your address, and I'll get that into the mail to you. And it's a nice Azamara swag bag. I love the amount of awesome. Tony, thank you as well. Thank you, Tony. Remember that third one, Oz Amazing Evenings, unique cultural experiences, everybody. That's that third one. Longer stays, smaller ships closer to city center, and those cultural evenings as well. So those are those 3 pillars of strength. You remember those, you're going to be golden. So here they are. Contact me. Here is my horse, Nigel, from Louisville a couple weeks ago, wearing my friend of Azamara, Bob button. And it's unbelievable how popular those buttons are at conferences. And if you get one, you are in the inner circle. But, you know, contact me. Here's my contact information. And Natasha, do you have any parting words for everybody?
Well, just to thank everybody for joining us today. We always appreciate that you're willing to listen and, to Bob's joke. It's coming. With every webinar, you are going to hear Bob do one of his dad jokes. So I
Yeah,
just want to thank everyone for, going
putting
right
up.
past that. Yeah. That's it's important. We
Great.
can't forget. I mean, yes, Sharon, they are the worst.
Oh,
I get it.
they're good. Hey, Natasha, how can people get a hold of you?
Well, they can actually reach out by emailing robertmsupport@asamara.com. As soon as I get the messages, I'll try to my best to respond as soon as I can. I'm always all over the place doing multiple things, but I will do my best to get you an answer in a reasonable manner. So just feel free to email me.
Thanks, Natasha. You are a rock star. So thank you. And Sharon, yes, my jokes are the worst. And I love the play of words on worst. WURST. Speaking of bratwurst. So again, thanks everybody. This has been phenomenal. I know we went about 8 minutes over, but still, I think it's well worth it. I want you all to take the opportunity to do those challenges. We're partners on this, but I need your buy-in as well, because if you want to create that Azamara annuity with your clients, start with those destination guides. It works. It's old school and it works. And do that challenge as well. Of course, let me know how it goes. We'll do this again in 3 more months because we do these on a quarterly basis. Thank you all for joining us. Make it Oz amazing. If you need anything, reach out. Much success to y'all. And of course, I'm here for you. Let me know if you need my help. Go out and make it an Oz amazing day. We'll talk soon. You all take care. Bye-bye.